I'm Marnie Webb. I work for an organization called TechSoup. We have spent the last 2 decades helping nonprofits use technology. And a lot of that 2 decades has been about putting in place the infrastructure for technology inside organizations, making sure there are operating systems on desktops that actually work, making sure that nonprofits have databases so they can look at and access their own information. And as we've personally here become interested in sort of the social web, as we've been sharing our photos on Flickr and using Basecamp to manage our projects, and as we've been impacted by organizations like Move On and thinkers like Marty Kearns inside the nonprofit sector, we started thinking about how can nonprofits utilize that infrastructure to do even more with their communications and advocacy. And so that led us to Netsquared. We started off the project with all of these words that were us thinking aloud about what do we mean by nonprofits using the social web? What does it mean for them to have this infrastructure in place and use it to communicate and do advocacy? What can it mean for them to utilize 10 minutes of volunteer time on a project, or put their data out there in a way that allows other people to hook onto that data and do things with it? And we used almost as many words on the website trying to talk about it as I am using right now and trying to explain it. And eventually we came down to 2 words that we wanted to settle around: share and build. We decided that we wanted Netsquared to be a place where folks could share their stories, share how are they successfully using these tools. How's the American Cancer Society using Flickr? What does the United Way of Eastern Michigan wake up every morning and come to their office to try and change? And then what are their challenges? What's hard about using this stuff? You're inside an organization and you really want to do podcasting, but you have to explain that it doesn't actually require everybody in the world to buy an iPod to your executive director or your board. How do you do that? And then build the things that allow people to capitalize on the successes and start to mitigate the challenges. We decided that's what we wanted it to be. But we put up the platform in a way that hopefully, as other people start to use it, they can make it what they want it to be. That we've put up some of the structure, some of the stuff that we think that's interesting while we're sitting here in a small room that overlooks a medical supply warehouse. But that in fact, what we're really hoping happens is that we've put up something that's flexible enough that allows other people to take it and use it in ways that makes their job easier and helps them to be able to use a variety of tools to make the change that they're after, and to be able to connect with other people that share their issues, to be able to collaborate, and to make it so that the constituency of the nonprofit organization is as powerful as the dollars of a corporation when it comes to influencing policies, whether those policies are social policies, whether they're the ways consumers spend their money, or whether they're government policies in one of a variety of countries.